That's what I'm looking for. What is up, Facebook land? Oh, no sound from the phone. All right, so come on, let's do the thing. Sean White has shared your post. Hey Barb, how you doing? Thanks for the like, Barb. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. What's going on tonight? You're good? That's good to hear. I'm alright. I'm incredibly frustrated. But that's fine. Alright. Oh, I've got computer troubles. I have a very expensive computer that runs 24/7 when I can get it to run. And half of it keeps wanting to shut down. And I can't figure out why. I tried changing out the power supply, and that didn't work. So nothing I've done has worked to get it running. Hey Kat, how you doing? I've ordered some more parts on the way. Hopefully that'll alleviate the problem, and if not, we will figure out something else. So, but that's like a primary project I've been working on for some time. And it's really putting in a damper and getting other stuff done, right? So, let's see here. Like it's limping along right now, but it's only working 2/5 of what it should be. You working on some spiral 4-in-1 chain? Cool. Cool. All right. So yeah, big expensive computer doesn't want to work properly. Is my problem, and I don't know why, and I don't know. I'm not 100% certain of how to fix it. So. I need to remember to take my work phone back upstairs. All right, let's turn Frank on. So we got this helmet roughed out, right? So we're gonna I think we're gonna have to add. Sorry, I'm looking at this picture trying to figure out where to go next. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. I've got my image that I'm working from over here on my left. Trying to, okay, so that continues down, okay. So, yeah, not a lot of fun figuring out what's going on with this computer. Right? It's, I mean, okay, it's a challenge, and it's definitely something I've enjoyed working on, but I'm ready for it to just work, you know what I mean? Because we have another computer to build and 100 other things that need to be done. So it is delaying forward progress. Right? Which is rude. Don't delay forward progress. It's getting in the way. So, anyway, other than the mindlessly frustrating computer problems, things are going okay. Work went okay. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, just because I have so much driving to do. But we've got a lot of leftovers in the fridge, so don't have to worry about dinner tomorrow night. Renee made some potato soup tonight. It was awesome. So then hopefully once I get home tomorrow, I'll be able to work on some other stuff, like the chainmail wine bottle holster is done. The leather is dyed and done and ready to be assembled. I was going to do that today, but I got stuck working on this computer all afternoon until it was time to start streaming. So that's done. Need to run to Lowe's, find a dowel rod for the whale mail piece. That'll clean up a good portion of all the stuff laying around here. I've got all my rings lined up to go into the tumbler to be nice and clean. I shined up my aluminum. You want to see the assembly once it's done? Yeah, I'll definitely be. I'll probably make a video. I have a kind of Lazy Susan thing here that I got with my pliers for Christmas. So I'll probably put it on top of there and then make a spinny video of it all assembled. kind of a couple of the intricacies of that particular piece. I've never seen anyone else connect European 4-in-1 to interwoven 4-in-1 and then also make a tunnel out of it where the leather strap is hidden. Hey Josh, how you doing, buddy? Not that it's like anything super special, but it is one of those things that sharing with the chainmail community, I think, would be beneficial. All right. Yeah, okay. The handle of the saber starts right about here. Judging from my image. You're doing okay? That's good to hear. All things considered. I am doing okay as well. I've got a big computer crash I'm dealing with, I was just telling everybody else about. And that is why I was not here last night. So still dealing with it today, and I am no closer to finding a solution for it. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how to fix it. But I will figure it out. It's just going to take a while. Anyway. Which reminds me, I completely forgot. Okay, so the guy I accepted the shirt commission from, I completely forgot to contact him today. He wasn't expecting me to call or anything, so that's good, but I do need to sit down and have a chat with him. Because I took his measurements, and for a 16 gauge 1/4 inch ring shirt, the ring lord's churning out a like 100,000 rings or something. I'm like, that's gotta be a little bit off somewhere. You know, just a skosh. Probably by about 15,000 rings maybe. But that's what I have to go on at the moment. I just don't think it's accurate. Or I'm not putting in the measurements right. For a for an 18 gauge 3/16 ring shirt, they were saying it was 150,000 rings for the measurements that I put in. and that it was gonna weigh like 48 pounds or something like that. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm just gonna tell him, it's like, look, we'll start out, this is the cost estimate of the materials. I'll make you whatever you want, and then we'll just go, you know, bag by bag. As we get this done. So we'll see. See if we can't get that figured out. And that'll be, you know, that'll be a nice big project. I probably won't stream all of it. That's one of those that's going to take a lot more time dedicated to it than the hour I have at night here. Thanks for the like, Polly. Appreciate it. All right. So what else? Not a lot else going on. I don't know if you, okay, I'm pretty sure most people here didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I read something that the guy that went streaking at the Super Bowl placed a bet for like $500,000 that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl, and then he went streaking at the Super Bowl and won $500,000 and then had to pay a fine or whatever it was, which I thought was pretty funny. It's like, it's one way to hedge your bets, I guess. Man, oh man. Okay. See, now we're at the point where I gotta make a decision. The edges of this helmet are close. Sorry. I don't know where my camera looks. Right? But it gets too straight right here. I don't know. Maybe we'll... That's too close. Should be like out here. Maybe if we... Alright. It just needs to angle out a little bit more. You know what I mean? We could work with it how it is right now, but it's like, it's just a skosh off. Now, here's a question for anyone who has the experience. I tumbled some aluminum rings with some couple drops of Dawn and some baking soda, right? And I got a ton of black liquid off of them. And they were a little bit dull gray after that. But then I tumbled just the aluminum rings by themselves, and you know, they were quote unquote clean by that point. But then tumbling them by themselves made them like nice and shiny. No water, just dry rings in the tumbler for a couple hours. Is there a chemical reaction between aluminum and baking soda to where I shouldn't have put baking soda in there? I'm just curious if anyone has opinions on that. I haven't had a chance to look it up, but they're all ridiculously shiny now. They're all nice and clean. And I'm quite happy with how well they cleaned up. So making all the rest of the rings run the gamut of getting through the tumbler. Alright, I think I'm probably just take this part out. We'll probably have to remove the whole thing eventually, but it's just in the wrong place. You know what I mean? You've never used baking soda? You use 2-3 drops of John, dish soap, only tumble for 30 minutes to an hour? Alright. Because I'm wondering if that was the issue. That if that was like where I was getting all this black water from. I mean, they were dirty. They were dirty rings, so some dirty water made sense. But they seemed pretty clean the second time I put them in. I didn't tumble them for very long. It was maybe 45 minutes. And the water still came out. It was just almost pitch black. So then I dried them off and threw them all in by themselves. And that made them very, very shiny. So, like, I'm happy with the end result. I'm just, like, should I have avoided the baking soda? Sounds like yes, I should have. So I only have stainless steel left to tumble, so where is the opening of this ring? Goodness gracious. There it is. I already wear glasses, so I can't maybe I need to change my prescription because that was hard to see. You also coil and cut your own rings. You have an extensive cleaning process and your rings are nice and shiny. I'm just trying to make what I got from the Ring Lord many years ago a little bit nicer. If you buy BA rings from me, you shouldn't need to tumble them at all. Yeah. Thanks for the like, Josh. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And for your sage advice. Oh, no. What have I done? What am I doing? There we go. These were, I mean, they could have been clean when I got them and just tarnished in the last 15 years that they've been sitting in a box, you know. That is entirely possible. So I won't blame the Ring Lord for how dirty they were entirely. But everything else has come from TRL was dirty back then. I understand they are cleaning up their process now. So we'll see. Everybody's improving all their stuff. It's so awesome. Right? Like, the standard for how rings should come out at the end, the finished product, the ring itself, right? The standard for that is just going through the roof. Which, you know, you don't think TRL cleans or tumbles the rings? No. They always needed to be cleaned when you bought from there. That's my understanding. I never got around to it because I didn't have a tumbler, and, you know, I wasn't selling a whole lot of stuff, so it was always just make whatever. So, but now that I understand, because I didn't have this perception before, right? I didn't understand how dirty these rings are, right? Like, yeah, you know, you have a little mark on your hand when you're done weaving or whatever. Okay. But there is a huge difference in the way the rings looked before and the way they look after tumbling. It's insane. It blew my mind, like, when I first got this tumbler here. So it was quickly after that that I realized that I needed a few other high-end tools, you know, that people have been recommending for forever, if I wanted to keep doing this seriously. Like a couple of welders. TRL's changed owners at least twice, you know, in the last couple of years. You know, the new owners are I only knew of one ownership change. That's interesting. I did not know of two. Still don't have having to tumble in your rings or scales you get from them. Your tumbler seems to run non-stop nowadays. Yeah, there are days when I could use 2 tumblers. And I, you know, like, I don't have that many rings. I just... It's like, okay, tumbler's in use, I need to tumble these rings too, and yeah, no, not gonna happen. No. Alright. So I think I need at least two 220 outlets in the house. One's gonna go in the garage and the other one's gonna go in the basement. The one in the garage is for a kiln we're eventually gonna get. When John left, Marisa took over and she told to come to someone else. Ah, okay. Okay. That's not too far off from what I understood happened. So the 220 outlet upstairs is going to go to a kiln. I had a kiln, and it got broken by a shithead grifter who broke all the shit in my house for God knows. I still don't think I've discovered everything that was broken. Right. So. So we got to get a new kiln, right, for Renee and her pottery. I was thinking I want to figure out a way, because I have like an office in the main floor. It's a children's toy room right now, but it could be converted to an office. Or we have kind of like a workout space on the other side of the basement here. This side where I'm at, we've got like a space for a TV. There's a bunch of wall-mounted speakers that the previous owner put in, right? There's a bar, and then the laundry room. There's there's two wine fridges underneath the bar. I guess the guy who lived here before us liked wine. Excuse me. They really don't get cold enough for anything else. They just chill wine. So it's kind of like a fun area over here, right? And then tucked away in the corner is where I'm sitting, right? But on the other side of the basement, on the other side of all of that, we have a rowing machine and the computer I'm having trouble with, right? But that computer can go anywhere in the house. It doesn't have to be over there, right? So I'm thinking, what if we put there's got to be some kind of like waterproof covering for the bottom 2 feet of the walls and then the carpet. That way we could put Renee's pottery wheel down here and give her some shelves, and she could have her workspace to do her hobby, right? Or we could do that same concept, where we have the floor covered. I don't want to tear up the carpet or anything unnecessarily, but I also don't want to have a pottery wheel, spewing clay, all over the room. So I gotta figure that one out. Because I mean, she's in school right now, so she wouldn't have time to do it anyway. And it's quite possible that we'll be moving once she's done with school. So we'll see. But if we do end up staying here, you know, she's gonna want to return to that hobby again, so. Just something I'd like to do. Give her a space to work. They make a paint for shower stalls and concrete that is waterproof. That's an option. It's like I want to make it so that if we do end up moving, we can just pull up whatever was laid down without much issue. We'll see. See what I can figure out, because the other option, which is would only happen if I won the lottery or something, would be to redo the entire basement to suit our needs, as opposed to leaving it the way the previous owner had it. So, maybe one day. I did try winning the lottery the other day. It didn't work, but I did try. I don't need to win, you know, the big Powerball or anything. I just need to match like 4 numbers or something. You know, get a cool million. That'd be perfect. Alright, what are we at here? I think it's looking more in line with the helmets. Not quite right, but it's close. Man. Here's one of the back draws of not doing all your prep work for your inlay beforehand, right? Is that the inlay you thought was going to be small has a tendency to get way larger on you than you thought it would. You made it through your job interview today, and now you have to take a skills test before they officially offer the position. Sweet! Right on, congratulations. That's awesome to hear. With all the people that have been out of work and struggling, going through jobs this last year, someone getting a job offer is good news. So congratulations to you. Very happy for you, Kat. Virtual receptionist is a work from home position? Sweet. I like them work from home positions. I wish I had one. I have the next best thing to work from home, right? So I can't complain too much. Like, I'm not... I spend a good amount of time driving around in the company car listening to the radio, right? I do go to people's houses and I do get a lot of work done for my company, and some of those houses are very disgusting, but I do get to leave that house and go back to my place to finish off my work, which I think is a pretty sweet gig. So I was doing really good at managing my time this last week and a half, 2 weeks, right? And then this freaking computer problem cropped up. So I feel like I wasted the whole day today dealing with computer issues. And yesterday. Which isn't necessarily the case, right? Okay. There was a lot of, wow, okay. That looks good. I like that. What was I saying? Something about getting my time. I am just winging it, Cheryl. I don't recommend doing it this way. When you do that, it really makes it very difficult. This helmet was half the size it is now when I started. When I started 15 years ago on this project. But yeah, I was having I was coming home, I was getting my work done real quick, going to pick up the kid, and then boom, working on a ton of little crap that had to get, it's still got to get done. I'm working through it, right? And I thought I was feeling really good, getting shit done. And then yesterday, this computer crapped out on me. And I feel like I just wasted yesterday and today of what free time I had. Right? Because I don't want to work on computers. I want to hang out on here with y'all making chainmail. And, you know, working towards the goal of getting these, all these rings used up. Which I think can be done. Yeah. So when I started this project many years ago, Cheryl, I got through the first top of the helmet portion and thought that would be good, and then I got intimidated by the fact that I couldn't get the saber to look right, and then there was another project that I had trouble with matching the colors, and I got really defeated for a long time. And then, alright, have a good night, Barb. I let that lead to a kind of a backlog of unfinished projects that have been sitting around for a long time. And so finally I've got a space to work. I have plenty of room to store the stuff and have access to it instead of it all being packaged up all the time. So now we're just trying to work through it all. But there are definitely better ways than freehanding an inlay. It's not a method I recommend at all. There are programs like, what is it, IGP, irregular grid pattern, and then Stitch Fiddle. Inlays are not your thing. They're not really my thing either, right? Many years ago, I made a Green Bay Packers flag for a buddy of mine, and Texas Longhorns one, and the University of Michigan one. And I thought that, you know, European 6-in-1 would be like the best weave to do all of these in. And I got through most of them okay, you know, and then I got to 2 back to back that I let demoralize me into not finishing them. And I was like, I moved on to other bigger, better projects, but these have always just been sitting there mocking me. I just haven't had a chance to work on them until now. Or I have not, that's not true. I have had a chance to work on them. I have not made myself work on them until now. And now we are several hours into this this Raiders inlay that I'm doing for a friend of mine that I promised him, you know, like 15 years ago. So it would have been so much faster just to, I don't even know why I'm putting those rings in there. I guess just to make it stable. It would have been a lot faster, even now, to go and do like an inlay grid pattern file and get everything mapped out correctly. So, but no, I'm gonna stubbornly continue to just like freehand it because I'm not, you know, I'm not the brightest guy, but so I've already started. I've already done this much this way. I'm just gonna suffer through it. It'll build some character. Hopefully I'll learn my lesson of mapping out inlays, because I hate prep work for anything, right? Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's painting cards or cooking food. I just want to get started on the project. And that's a bad thing for a lot of reasons. And a lot of times I have been successful to that approach to life, but there are many times where doing the prep work would have saved me a ton of time and energy. Like this inlay, for example. Alright, we've got, what have we got? We got some more of those chain reaction rings to work with. We've got, I don't have anything in the mail coming. one of the leftover pieces from the straps to the chainmail wine bottle holster. I'm gonna turn that into a bracelet for my kid. I've got it stained, I gotta seal it and put some buttons on it, and I think he'll like that. Little bracelet from his dad, and then I gotta figure out what to make my nephew. He asked for something made from chainmail. And I was hoping the 18 gauge 1/8 rings from Chain Reaction, the bright aluminum that they sent, they're just a skosh too big for a jelly cube, because that would have been a good gift for him, you know? He would have liked that. But I'll figure out something else. Maybe like a hacky sack or something. I did find, let's see here. I've got a bunch of necklaces that I'm trying to spruce up with like fun clasps and some fancy beads or something. So I found some that I like, but I'm gonna keep looking. I want to match the metal and everything. Alright, so down to, like, right here. Right? This needs to come out here and be the side of the helmet over here. Right? Okay, so right there. We're going to bring it out some more and then go down the side of his face. Probably should just take all of this black off. But that helmet's looking good. Where's the camera? Okay, so yeah. Coming down here. We'll bring it out some more on the sides. I screwed something up here, didn't I? Oh. I think I need to remove these rings right here. There's like an unintentional curve. Alright, we'll figure it out. Here. Hang on. It's like, sometimes it's really, well, that should be correct. It just looks funny in the way it shows at an angle on the camera. That's all that is. This is largely how I want it, so. Alright. I think that's as close as we're gonna get, you know. Alright. Now. All that work, and we screwed it all up by adding all those rings on the other side of this helmet. Another thing too is, like, I don't want to work on this project for forever, so I need to intersperse it with some smaller stuff, you know? Plenty of stuff that I gotta work on. So as soon as I have all the stainless rings like washed up and ready to go, maybe we will work on something else for a little bit. For a couple different things. Alright, because I know it's fun, like watching me add rings and then take rings away in the same spot I just added them over and over and over again. I'm sure that's enthralling. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here and hanging out with me. Alright, Cheryl, school pickup, because you're in Australia, right? Yeah. Yup. No, but I do appreciate everyone being here and hanging out with me as I struggle through this. Alright, there we go. There we go. You appreciate hanging out with me? Well, thanks, buddy. That's another thing, too, is like, I'd like to hang out on other people's streams more often. So hopefully I will get my time management back under control. And I will be able to hang out more online, while also simultaneously getting tons of stuff done. At least that's the goal anyway. Alright, where are we at here? Ooh, oof. Alright. Okay, it's starting to look like his helmet on this side. Right? This right here is a little wonky, but it's not. It's supposed to be like that. I promise. I think. I don't know. Maybe if I just took those two rings out. I don't know. I'll look at it more later. It is. Let's see here. Hang on. Let me stand up here and... Yeah, no, that's right. It just looks wonky because of the angle, right? But if it's up like this, once it's spread out, it'll look fine. Right. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We have made forward progress on this tonight. So... Alright. Got a busy week ahead, but it shouldn't conflict with streaming. I hope. Already missed one night this week. And I don't know. I'm so flabbergasted by this damn computer that I've got no timeline right now for when I'm gonna get shit done. So it kind of needs to be fixed as soon as possible. The sooner the better, right? That way I can move back to trying to get stuff done on other projects. So, we're getting somewhere. He's coming along. I'm happy with the progress we've made on him. Yes. One day, he may even be finished. Right. If you know someone who is curious about Chainmail, by all means, send them our way. Bring them into the fold. Make them one of us. Spread the good word of the gospel of Chainmail. Help me make Chainmail a global phenomenon. Alright guys, it's a little over an hour. I want to say thank you for everyone for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully I'll have more for you as the week goes on. I'm just a little flustered tonight from this computer. So I will talk to you all later. Have a good week. Right? If you don't see me tomorrow, at the latest it'll be Thursday. All right?